Today on How It's Made Dream Cars, the Koenigsegg One. There are supercars, and now there's a mega car. The Koenigsegg One is called a mega car because it has a power output of 1 megawatt. All that power is created here at the Koenigsegg headquarters in Ängelholm, Sweden. Christian von Koenigsegg was just 22 when he started the business in the early 1990s. Year after year, Koenigsegg's brand innovates, breaking world records in the process. In 2003, Guinness declared the Koenigsegg CC8S to be the world's most powerful production car. And in 2005, the Koenigsegg CCR broke the production road car speed record. The Koenigsegg One is named for its incredible 1 megawatt of power. But it also gets its name from another astonishing feature. It has a power-to-weight ratio of 1:1. This ratio is often called the holy grail of automotive engineering. It explains why the car can accelerate from 0 to 250 in just 20 seconds. It takes sophisticated engineering to create a car like the Koenigsegg One. To achieve that remarkable 1:1 power-to-weight ratio, the manufacturers had to come up with unusual ways to make the car lighter. Technicians build the car's hubs using carbon fiber. They hand-lay several different kinds of carbon fiber onto a mold. While developing the One, Koenigsegg worked closely with their suppliers to ensure the carbon could withstand the intense heat the hubs must endure at high speeds. Once all of the carbon fiber is in place, technicians enclose the mold in a vacuum bag and remove all the air. The hub is now ready for curing in an autoclave. The autoclave process is a proprietary multi-stage high-temperature curing phase. Once the curing process is complete, workers remove the vacuum bag and reveal the finished product. Koenigsegg has trademarked the technology for making these hubs. It's called air core because the components are hollow. The entire rim weighs between 13 and 16 pounds. That makes it 40% lighter than the lightest aluminum rim. Building the wheels super light helps to reduce the overall weight of the car and the unsprung weight of the wheel assembly. The car's chassis is also built of carbon fiber. An engineer uses specialized software to run optimization tests. Now a technician assembles the chassis unit. He uses a structural adhesive to install a component called the center tunnel. The Koenigsegg One is a perfectly symmetrical car. This allows the manufacturer to easily convert it from a left-hand to right-hand drive at virtually any point in the production process. After all the adhesive has been applied, the worker flips the part over and lowers it into place. He verifies that the part is perfectly centered. Even the fuel tank is located in the middle of the car. The technician carefully scrapes off any excess adhesive. The manufacturer works hard to make sure that every corner of the car is both structurally and aesthetically perfect. The technician runs his finger along the joint before removing the masking tape to reveal a smooth, clean seam. There is no need to cover the joint unless a customer chooses to. Next, the worker brings the nose cone cover to the chassis and glues it into place. The nose cone will cover the passenger and driver's legroom area. It will also provide the structural basis for the dashboard. and a mounting platform for the windshield assembly. He uses quick-release clamps to hold the nose cone in place as it cures. The windshield frame is designed to provide the mounting points for the hood and wiper. It also has interfaces for the dash components and provides rollover crash protection. The windshield frame has an A-class surface, the highest quality finish a car can have. Most A-class surfaces are panels designed to cover the structure of the car. But these panels add weight to a vehicle, so Koenigsegg decided to make the surfaces of the structure A-class, removing the need for any extra paneling. Koenigsegg builds its car seats by hand. You can ask them to make the seats out of anything from ostrich to kangaroo leather. They can even match the look of your favorite wallet or handbag. A craftsman now prepares the leather pieces for the seat covers. In the upholstery department, everything is tailor-made. Even the leather work reflects the company's philosophy of honing every element to enhance vehicle performance. Car seats are an often overlooked component even in supercars. The designers of the Koenigsegg One saw this as an opportunity to further optimize the performance of the vehicle. Using a combination of materials, they were able to design new seats that weigh a third less than the ones in earlier Koenigsegg models. Here, a worker uses a tool called a skiving machine to shave the leather down to a precise thickness. In the past, leather workers had to perform this step by hand. Next, an artisan joins the leather sections using a sewing machine. This level of dedicated handwork results in uniquely formed upholstery. Each Koenigsegg One is truly one of a kind. This artisanal handcrafting is combined with an intense dedication to cutting-edge technology. Designers used cutting-edge 3D scanning and 3D printing technology to design the seats for the One. This technology allowed developers to take the seat design from initial experimentation to final product in just 4 weeks. Even a simple feature like the car seat illustrates the company's interest in bringing together fine craftsmanship with the most advanced technology available. Koenigsegg creates small sample models of the seats for their customers. These offer a way to easily visualize different paint and upholstery combinations. After all, when you're buying a multi-million-dollar car, you want to be sure you like the color. The upholstery department has a high-speed embroidery machine. It's capable of stitching any image a customer wishes. Here, the machine creates the Koenigsegg logo. The logo design is based on the Koenigsegg shield. It has been the family coat of arms ever since the Holy Roman Emperor knighted an ancestor back in the 12th century. That medieval knight might be surprised to see the family crest on a futuristic speed machine with more than 1,360 times the power of his horse. The leather work is now done. It's time for a technician to put the seat together. The seat is lightweight, comfortable, and plush, but also built with safety in mind. Koenigsegg considers safety to be their top priority. The cars are carefully balanced to improve their agility and are equipped with all modern safety features. The designers made additional safety-minded innovations like integrating the 18-gallon horseshoe-shaped fuel tank directly into the chassis. The finished seat looks like it could drive the car by itself. Under all that carbon fiber is the One powerhouse. Built entirely by hand at the Koenigsegg facility, this 5-liter V8 engine can crank out an astounding 1,011 foot-pounds of torque. Before the engine is even built, Koenigsegg engineers run their design through a series of intensive computer simulations. They make sure all the engine's parts will be fully optimized, checking airflow, fuel flow, internal stresses, as well as noise and vibration outputs. Koenigsegg has a busy R&D department. Here, a technician works on a new kind of valve technology. Koenigsegg and free valve engineers are developing individually controlled pneumatic valves because they are convinced that conventional camshafts are inefficient, lighter, smaller, and more efficient. This development will allow complete control over the entire stroke of each valve. This will produce more power while saving fuel. Other car companies have shown great interest in this innovative valve technology. But the automotive world will have to wait a few years before that advanced system is ready for production. In the meantime, a technician works on installing valve springs as he builds the engine head. Once they're in place, he uses a specialized handheld tool to position the locking rings one by one. Koenigsegg has created piston heads and rings that are extremely lightweight. They coat the component with Teflon to create a robust thermal barrier. Koenigsegg has evolved the one-to-one engine from their Agira powerhouse. They have fine-tuned the software and changed the camshaft, springs, valves, injectors, fuel pumps, and turbochargers. These modifications allow the engine to achieve more power at higher RPMs without putting additional strain on the block. Next, the technician prepares to attach the rods. The pistons are made of aluminum, while the rods are titanium. Titanium provides an ideal combination of low mass and high strength. The low mass of the rods allows the engine to rev to higher RPMs. While some manufacturers are starting to create hybrid supercars, Koenigsegg is dedicated to perfecting the internal combustion engine. However, the car maker does have an eye toward environmentally friendly technology. In addition to race fuel and regular gas, both the Koenigsegg Agera and one-to-one can run on biofuel. Now, a technician installs the completed piston assemblies into the engine block. He uses a positioning tool to avoid scratching the polished cylinder liners. Once aligned, he tamps the piston down into place. He rotates the engine block to gain access to the crankshaft. He then prepares the bolts that will join the connecting rod caps to the connecting rods. This will lock the pistons onto the crankshaft. The one-to-one engine is the latest iteration of the powerhouse Koenigsegg has been refining since its inception. This engine can take the car from 0 to 60 in just 2.8 seconds and 0 to 120 in 12 seconds flat. Top speed is not a priority for Koenigsegg, so they haven't clocked it officially yet. But unofficially, they've reached speeds of over 270 miles per hour. That's faster than the fastest car currently on record. Here, a technician uses a tool called a top dead center gauge to set the timing correctly on the steel timing chain. When you're building an engine for a mega car like this, every element must be absolutely perfect. The extreme performance of the Koenigsegg one-to-one is matched by its extreme looks. It should come as no surprise that the world's first megacar would be as astonishing outside as it is inside. Here in the final assembly hall, technicians put the finishing touches on a Koenigsegg One-to-One. This hinge is the secret behind the One-to-One signature door system. Koenigsegg car doors have only one hinge, but it's an extremely complex piece of hardware. It's an engineering feat that Koenigsegg has developed. It's called the dihedro-synchro-helix door system. It can open the door outward and upward at the same time. Because Koenigsegg cars are unusually wide and low to the ground, the door is very long. Most vertical car doors take up a lot of space, but Koenigsegg's unique design solves that problem. It's now time to ensure that all of the body panels line up correctly to prepare the car for painting and striping. For quality control, a worker uses a 3D scanner. A sprayed-on strip of talcum-like white powder reflects the scanner's light better than the carbon fiber surface. The technician can check the scan against the CAD design. A worker prepares to attach the powertrain to the chassis. Manufacturers at Koenigsegg call this step docking the engine to the chassis. The One-to-One is equipped with 2 lithium-ion batteries that go into standby mode when low. Few owners drive their supercars every day, so those specialized batteries can start a car after weeks or even months of inactivity. A worker now fits the hollow core carbon fiber rims into a jig and begins installing the tires. These are no ordinary tires. They're Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s. Koenigsegg worked closely with Michelin to develop tires that are custom-made to handle the One-to-One's outrageous top speed. They are rated to 270 miles per hour. A worker hand tightens the single nut. This will later be machine torqued to 590 foot-pounds. The car is now completely assembled. It's time to inspect it to ensure all design parameters have been met. The Koenigsegg's powertrain is under a rear lid instead of the traditional front hood. A technician uses a handheld probe system to measure the position of every component under the rear lid. The probe feeds its position back to the CAD design. A computer then compares the probe's position with the design, making sure everything has been installed in the correct position. The workers also use this system to adjust the car's alignment and suspension geometry. Next, specialists tune the car's interior acoustics. They create an acoustic map of the vehicle by carefully positioning sound equipment throughout the car. This helps them use the car's active noise cancellation system to hone the soundscape of the cockpit. They can silence unwanted road noise and mechanical sounds, but maintain the rumble of the engine. The One-to-One's exhaust system is designed to create a unique Koenigsegg growl that the car makers like to call high-tech thunder. Finally, it's time to take the completed car outside. An expert driver is accompanied by a technician with a laptop. They spend hours on the track, testing and tuning all of the vehicle's dynamic systems. For example, the One-to-One signature rear wing changes its angle depending on air pressure and the car's speed. Koenigsegg is headquartered in the converted hangars of a former Swedish Air Force squadron. The technicians conduct their tests on an airstrip built for fighter jets. The insignia of that Air Force squadron now adorns every Koenigsegg car. It's the figure of a ghost. They call it the spirit of performance. While many supercar makers use components from other manufacturers to enhance performance, Koenigsegg is committed to building each of their cars almost entirely from scratch. That's why it takes more than 3,000 hours to make a single car. Years of work, thousands of custom-made parts, 1 megawatt of power. The Koenigsegg One is truly one of the most elite cars in existence. But if you happen to want one and also have $3 million to spare, you're too late. Koenigsegg is only building 6 of these exotic machines, and they're already sold out.